Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining with us tonight. We are on our third round, no, on our nightly training, and hopefully a lot of us were able to really catch it up. I've sent also the copy of the recorded video of the previous trainings. No, so review nyo lang po doon, review nyo lang po doon and hopefully if there are new agents na pumasok, you can as well share the video para mapanood nila. Although from time to time we're going to make some replay or recap, no? So baba ko muna to, no? I would like to engage lang muna. By the way, tomorrow, I will be in Cagayan de Oro City for a recruitment seminar. No, and if ever you do have prospect in the area, you can send them in to McDonald's in Limkitkai Mall. It's just right across Starbucks. No, you won't miss it actually. So try to browse the phone book, no, your phone book. Baka may kakilala kayo na nasa Cagayan de Oro area. So it would be a good opportunity for you to expand the business. And if ever naka-receive po kayo sa email ng recorded video na to or dyan sa mga messengers ninyo, kindly share the video to the rest of the team na hindi po nakapag-join. So our intention here is that the message will be able to spread para at least everyone will be really on board. Medyo mahaba pa to, no? Medyo mahaba pa tong mga trainings na gagawin natin, but one thing na confident ako is that along the way there will be learnings na ma-absorb, no? So yun po yung pinaka-intention natin. For quite some time hindi po ako nag-live ng mga training. So ngayon we'll be back on track kasi medyo okay na ang panahon, no? Okay na ang panahon. But again, due to the limitations of time, we still make use of technology, no? Dahil po sa limitation ng time. Okay, so let's get it on, no? Kasi magbabiyahe pa ako ng Cagayan de Oro. So I'll be taking up the midnight trip, no? Going to Cagayan de Oro City. So tonight we're gonna be talking about our duties as a property liaison specialist. Now this is very important. It is because the moment we are engaged with our client, let it be remembered at all times that the key to the long-term business dito po sa DPPI is dependent on how are we going to handle our clients. That is very much dependent. Remember that our product here is not consumable. Hindi po to gaya ng toothpaste, shampoo, or any consumable product na pag naubos, bibili ulit. Siguro yung kliyente mo could be your client siguro once in a lifetime lang. If ever meron silang extra money, that's the time they're going to buy another property. But the repeat business na meron tayo dun sa mga kliyente natin is actually yung magiging referral nila because they were practically happy with the kind of services that we were able to give sa kanila. Pag happy sila, they will be more than glad to give more and more referral to you. Okay? Kaya gusto natin dito sa DPPI, i-champion natin ang customer service. Okay, so let's start. Always bear in mind that first impression is very important. A lot of people actually are taking it lightly, itong first impression. By the time that you're going to meet with your client, the first and the very key na you've got to bear in mind is your time. Don't just come on time. Come earlier than the time. When you are going to set an appointment with your client, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, or what time would it be there earlier than the scheduled time. Wag mo talagang pahihintayin sila. Because that's a no-no talaga. No? That's a no-no. The moment you fail in that one single aspect of time, nako, patay kang bata ka. The rest of the thing na nasasabihin mo sa kliyente, mahirap na niyang paniwalaan. Dito sa DPPI, I am very much conscious with time. And that's the reason why when we do seminars like this, when we say it's 8 o'clock, the moment it hits 8 o'clock, we always go live. Why? Because we're conscious of time. We value your time. I value your time as much as you value my time. Ganon din, no? When you are going to meet with an appointment, when you are going to go into a PKS, when you're going to go into a site tour, pag meron po kayong mga meet-up, kahit kayo-kayo lang po na mga kasamahan natin, always remember, respect with regards to time is very valuable. Pag nag-usap po kayo na you're gonna be there at 8 o'clock, punta kayo ng 8 o'clock or even before 8 o'clock. No? And if you say na ito yung meet-up time natin at dito tayo mag-meet up, be there. No? Be conscious with time. I want DPPI people to be very conscious with time. It's one thing na if we can perfect it, it would put a mark on the mind and hearts of our client. Ako, I always say, no, mula pa noon hanggang ngayon, I always say na in DPPI, we practice Filipino time. And Filipino time is on time. Yun po yung stand ko po, no? I don't believe that Filipino time is always late. No, Filipino time is on time. So take notice of that, no? Providing good customer service begins with good impression. Second, learn to listen and ask if there are things that you don't understand. Now, the typical salesman scenario, ito po yung typical na salesman, ha? Ang typical po na salesman, siya ang parating nagsasalita. Ganun ang salesman eh. Maboka. No? As much as possible, he feels comfortable if he keeps on talking. Ganun ang salesman. At feeling niya na pag siya ang maraming sinasabi, nagiging convincing siya. Well, that is actually wrong. That's not true. If you want to be an effective seller, learn first to listen. It's not about you talking, but it's about you listening to what your client is talking. Right? Yan na. It's about you listening to your client that is talking. Because anything na sasabihin ng kliyente mo is very much important to you so that you can offer to the client the best and suitable project for your client. Pag hindi ka marunong makinig, hindi mo ma-capture kung ano yung talagang gusto niya. And if there are things na hindi klaro sa'yo, never assume. Please ask. Ask mo talaga. Ma'am, if I hear it right, you're looking for a 2-bedroom condominium, di ba? Or 2-bedroom house and lot. It is better to ask than to assume. Baka magkamali ka na ma-i-offer. Di ba? And the reason why you need to listen, because in the real estate business, this is not about sales talk. This is about real talk based on the information that you have. Hindi mo kailangan dito na maging magaling na magsalita. Ang importante dito, detalye kang magbigay ng information. Yun ang labanan sa real estate business. Hindi kailangan ditong maboka. Okay? Hindi kailangan maboka. Ha? Ang importante dito, you have the attention to details. Kasi, at the end of the day, pag nag-usap na kayo ni kliyente, ang tinitingnan ni kliyente is actually ang detalye na kailangan niya in order for him or her to come up with a better decision. And if he cannot get all the information that he needs, it would be totally impossible for the client to come up with a better decision. That's the reason why may mga kliyente na saka na lang, later na lang, pag-iisipan ko pa. Remember, you are there to help the client make a faster decision. And the only way to make a faster decision is when you are able to offer and present clear information, understandable, readable, para mas madali po niyang maiintindihan. Okay? Next. In order for you to do that, you've got to know your product. Hindi po siya pwedeng alam mo lang yung produkto mo dahil sinabi ng kasamahan natin. You've got to know the product personally. How are you going to do that? By attending PKS. PKS means Project Knowledge Seminar. Now, there is no substitute for PKS because information actually comes from the developer itself. So it has to begin there. And if you are not going to make yourself available for those PKS, well, magka-problema tayo dyan. Because you will be dependent on a second-hand information. Ano po yung second-hand information? Information na galing lang sa mga kasamahan natin. Alam mo ano yung tawag sa second-hand information? Ang tawag sa second-hand information ay chismis. Ganun ang second-hand information is. Chismis ang second-hand information eh. Dahil chismis siya, malaki ang tsansa na may mga mali-mali doon sa masagot mo sa kliyente. Now, yes, we have BDMs. Yes, we have uplines. But I want you to have the full confidence on the information na sasabihin mo sa kliyente mo because ikaw personally ang nag-attend ng PKS and you are the one able to listen perfectly kung ano yung sinasabi ng marketing officer para sa project na yan. Diba? Actually, pwede naman kitang bigyan ng information eh. Pwede naman yung mga kasamahan natin na magbigay sa iyo ng information. But yung confidence level mo, no? Your confidence level in talking to the client is totally different yung confidence level mo kung ang information na sinasabi mo ay nakuha mo lang second-hand. Second-hand information lang. So make yourself available with PKS. Alam nyo guys, ang daming mga schedules na ginagawa ng PKS dyan sa Cebu. Sina Novelin at marami pa. Bakit kailangan pa kayong kulitin mag-attend ng PKS? And when the time that you're going to ask for an information, minamadali po ninyo ang mga kasamahan natin na magbigay ng information. But when there was an opportunity to attend PKS, you don't make yourself available. Ako naiintindihan ko na minsan may mga busy po tayo, may mga pinagkakaabalahan po tayo. That's okay, that's fine. Pero kung always na lang na nangyayari yan, and you are not able to put something, I mean, you're not going to put a little priority on attending PKS, well, magka-problema talaga tayo in the long run. Because you will never have the full information regarding the business or the project na ibebenta mo. Now, saan ba tayo kukuha ng information? Sa developer lang naman. Wala namang ibang source of information. I mean, credible source sa developer lang. Then pass on to our colleagues. But again, iba pa rin yun pag tayo ang kumuha ng information. Next, when you attend PKS, please pay attention. Pay attention, listen to the speaker. Take down notes if possible. Never trust your memory. Because sa sobrang dami nating iniisip, kasali na doon ang mga problema natin, may mga pagkakataon talaga na nakakalimutan natin. That is the reason why, after na mag-attend ng PKS, haven't you noticed it? After mag-attend ng PKS, yung nag-attend ng PKS ay siya ring magtatanong sa group chat. Pero sabay kayong nag-attend ng PKS, ha? Sabay kayong nag-attend ng PKS, but again, nagtanong ulit. Bakit? Kasi the time na nag-attend ng PKS, walang atensyon na binibigay. Siguro, baka distracted, naghihintay lang kung kailan ma-serve yung snacks. Di ba? Please, give proper attention. Kasi hindi naman show ang pinuntan mo doon eh. Hindi naman movie ang pinunta mo doon, information ang pinunta mo doon. Then it is better to really give attention to the speaker habang nagkakandak siya ng seminar, and if ever may mga bagay-bagay na hindi mo makuha, hindi mo naintindihan, well, you better ask the question while you are there on the seminar. Ay, nahihiya kasi ako, Sir Joff eh. Ako lang nagtanong, baka pagtawanan ako, baka ako lang yung hindi nakakaintindi. Well, mas lalong katawa-tawa pag hindi ka nagtatanong at saka ka magtatanong sa group chat. When you are in the seminar and you don't understand what the speaker is talking about, You raise your hand and ask. Hindi yung nakaupo ka lang dyan, hintayin mo na matapos, pag uwi mo sa bahay, saka ka magtanong sa group chat. So, it doesn't serve the purpose, no? And that is exactly because nag-attend ka lang ng PKS, pero yung attention mo is wala doon. No? Sometimes we need a little degree of seriousness on the things that we are doing in order to really, in order to really see the result of what we're doing. Kasi kung hindi mo talaga ito siseryosohin, hindi ka talaga makakakita ng maganda talagang resulta. Okay? Now, when you talk to your client, you've got to address your client's concern. Remember this. Client, when they have concern, it doesn't mean it's no. It's just that they don't understand. Okay? Listen here. When clients have concern, it doesn't necessarily mean no. It's just that there are things in what you are talking na hindi niya naiintindihan. Baka you are talking in a language na tayo lang ang nakakaintindi. Ang tawag po doon, jargon of words. Yung mga terminology na ginagamit natin within kapwa natin mga ahente, you cannot use that to the client because they have a different orientation. So you talk in a common language. When they have concern, and if it can be addressed, if ikaw talaga ay nakikinig ka, hindi ka lang dada ng dada kasi naghahabol ka ng benta. Kung pakikinggan mo talaga sila dun sa mga concerns nila, it could be an opportunity for you to be able to close the sale because na-address mo yung concern. And if there are concern na hindi kaya doon sa comprehension mo, or hindi kaya mong sagutin according to the knowledge na meron ka, you can always refer to the marketing person on the developer side. You can always tell the client na, ma'am, sir, I see your point, I got your concern, and it's a valid one. However, it's more than po yan sa kapasidad ko bilang property liaison specialist mo. Is it okay, ma'am? I'll ask the office tomorrow morning, and after na mabisita ko pong opisina, matanong ko po to, babalikan ko po kayo. And make sure, babalikan mo talaga. It's not that nasabi mo, tapos hindi mo na lang binalikan. When you say babalikan mo, babalikan mo. You know, you can turn around the situation. And if you are just attentive, you will be able to turn your nose into yeses. Ganun po yan, no? You will be able to turn your nose into yes. Sometimes, we just need to listen and do nothing. And afterwards, after they talk, it's about time that we're going to open our mouth. So it pays to be patient. It pays to just really listen. Okay? Pursue a reliable business relationship with your client. Ito yung sinasabi ko. Yung product natin ay hindi po siya consumable product. Na after naubos gamitin, like shampoo or toothpaste or whatever, bibili at bibili ulit yung client mo. In this case, no, it's not. Probably one person could buy one property in a lifetime. You're blessed if that person will buy you another product or another item. So where is the repeat business? The repeat business is actually on the clients that we are serving, and they are happy with the way we treat them, and we were able to establish a good business relationship with the client, then the client will be more than happy to refer and give more clients to us. Ganun lang po yung kadali, no? Yes, ang iba sa atin is really not comfortable of really engaging, but I would really suggest you start engaging. That's the only way. Mula pong I started with Cagayan de Oro when I came to Mindanao, and after I arrived here in Butuan City, I changed my approaches in building the business. And what I did is actually I started talking to the prospect agent. No, this is not the client, but it's an agent. It's more or less the same, the scenario. I tried to approach differently because what I wanted to do here in Butuan is I wanted to build a strong and a solid business relationship. That's what I wanted to do. So what I did is that instead of putting up a big seminar in a crowd, what I did is I went one-on-one. I went out talking to them one by one. And I find it very beneficial because as I talk to them one by one, I will be able to sense it if they are interested or not interested. And I will be able to gauge that this person would probably do the business and this person will probably not do the business. Because you are engaged. You're trying to connect and be able to establish that kind of relationship. No? So that is very important. No? You've got to establish the relationship. You've got to connect to the client. Kaya nga, ano yung sabi ko yesterday o last night? Ang sabi ko last night, when you talk to your client, kung meron kayong inquiry, dapat hindi po kayo mananatili po dyan sa messenger. You don't stay there in the messenger. You've got to call the client so that you can connect to the client, so that you can engage to the client, and you will be able to sense that if the client is really serious or not. Hindi po siya pwedeng hanggang chat box lang po tayo. You've got to call them. Marami namang available calls eh. You can use Viber, you can use WhatsApp, no? Or Messenger perhaps, no? Ang daming mga unlimited calls na available. So you can engage on that. I mean, ito lang ha, kung gusto mo talagang makabenta at maklose mo agad, wag po kayo dyan sa group chat or sa chat room or sa messenger manatili. I-dial mo yung telepono mo at tawagan mo yung prospect na kliyente mo. Diyan, mako-close mo yan. Pag hindi mo gagawin yan, matatagalan kayo dyan. Okay? So let's talk about service. Let's talk about good customer service. Kasi ito talaga yung pinagcha-championan talaga natin. I don't want to be branded as a company na nang-iiwan ng kliyente sa ere. I don't want that. I want that the time that we are engaged with the client, mula nung nag-reserve siya, ang commitment natin is hanggang makapag-move in talaga siya. Titira siya doon sa kinuha niyang property. Yun po yung commitment natin. Gusto natin yun ang i-deliver natin na commitment. And if we are going to do that and very much serious with that, believe me, we will be part of that family na sineservisyohan natin. Because we will be instrumental of their dreams coming true. Kasi nangarap silang magkabahay eh. At ikaw ang nagiging instrumento at ginamit ni Lord para magkatotoo yung pinangarap nila na bahay. And if that thing happens at mapakita mo ang mensahe na yan, alam mo anong mangyayari? Lahat ng mga special occasions sa buhay nila, nandyan ka, kasali ka. Lahat ng mga moments, birthday, fiesta, or whatever, you will be invited and you get to share the table with them. Bakit to? Because importante kayo. Because hindi lang po kayo ahente, pamilya na po kayo. Ganun po yun. Ang tingin niya sa iyo, you are part of the family that dahil sa tao na to, nagkatotoo yung pangarap kong bahay. Ang relasyon nyo hindi lang po hanggang bentahan. Ang relationship nyo ay iba na po. They will treat you as family. Okay? Number one, you have to begin by committing yourself to a quality service. In order for a person to really be able to give good service, he needs to commit himself that I am going to give the kind of service na dapat. If you're not going to make the decision, we want this, let me get this straight. I want you all to be intentional about it. Ibig sabihin, pag meron kang kliyente, intensyon mo talaga na serbisyohan siya sa pinakamagandang serbisyo na ibibigay mo. Intentional. Hindi lang napipilitan ka, hindi lang napasubo ka, kasi walang choice eh. It's not that. I want you to be intentional with the kind of service that you're going to give, because when you are intentional, iniisip mo yan dito, the moment makakausap mo yung kliyente, wala nang iba pang sabi-sabi dyan, automatic, your action will speak of service automatically. At pag committed ka and intentional ka doon sa desisyon mo na magserbisyo ka, mararamdaman po yan ng kliyente na kausap mo during the time. That's the way. Alam nyo, if you think that the client will not notice that, no, you're wrong. The client will notice and feel that. Yeah? Again, the client will feel and notice if you are really intentional in giving the service. Kasi, when people engage with you, it's not actually just engaging with you just for the sake of buying that property and after that wala na. No. He expected na at least man lang matutulungan siya hanggang maka-move in sa bahay niya. So number one, you've got to commit to yourself. You've got to be intentional about it. You decide right from the very beginning, I am going to give the quality service to every client na meron ako. Kasi pag decisionan mo yan, halfway done na po kayo. Okay? Number two, if you want to give good service, then you take notice of this, that it is important that you are knowledgeable of the project. I mean, how will you be able to serve them well if you yourself don't know about the project? Now, can you understand my point? If you don't know anything about the project, and if you don't know very well the project, now tell me, how are you going to serve them? Masasagot mo ba ang mga tanong nila? Hindi. So kung hindi mo masasagot ang mga itatanong nila, then what's the point? Hindi ka makapagserbisyo, hindi mo nga alam yung sagot, serbisyo pa kaya? So you have to, I can never emphasize it more. No, wala na akong magawa para i-emphasize to. And I know our leaders are really doing their best to really put in the PKS. And if you are listening here right now, I want you to understand and put it in your heart. PKS is very, very, very much important. It all begins there. The information begins in there. So take it from the heart. No, please take it from the heart. Number three, ito, know your customer, know your client. How will you know that? How will you do that? Of course, you're not going to stay in the group chat or in the messenger. You've got to go out of the box, go out of the messenger, call, and if possible, meet up with the possible prospect client. That's the only way that's the only way that you're going to know the client more. We are happy with technology. I'm happy with technology. I am sabi ko pa nga I am blessed na nagkaroon ng Zoom kasi nagagawa ko ang training ko ngayon dito. That's fine. I'm happy na merong messenger. But it's not enough. That's the reason why I went to Dumaguete to really meet the people in person. Because it cannot replace Zoom. I went to Bacolod City to meet Arlene, to meet Ivy, to meet Leslie, to meet Flaviana, Maricel, Shirley, a lot more. Why? Because it cannot replace the online Zoom. I went to Cagayan de Oro because I really have to meet the people. In short, technology has its own advantages, but it has its own limits as well. We will use it, but we will going to top up more to it. So we need to go beyond. No? So if you wanted to know more about your customer, go and call them, talk to them. If possible, meet them. If possible, if possible. So kung hindi posibleng mag-meet, I believe ang call posible. Okay? Pwedeng gawa ng paraan ng call eh. Marami naman tayong available na mga calling tools eh. May mga messenger at iba-iba pa. You just got to do you've got to go at the extra mile, no? You've got to go the extra mile. Hindi po siya pwedeng chat-chat lang kayo. Okay. Number 4, treat people with courtesy and respect. Hindi na kasi uso ngayon ang good morning, good afternoon, no? Hindi na masyado. But I still believe it is very impactful pa rin. That is still way of being courteous. Thank you, saying word thank you, saying word welcome. It's still courtesy. We're still courteous about it. But with regards to the client, I always stress this out. If you wanted to gain the respect of the client, then come early, not just on time. Okay, remember this. Come early, not just on time. Kasi yung on time, pag 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock ka lang dumating. Pero pag come early, meaning before 8 o'clock, nandun ka na. Isa lang po ang pwedeng mangyari dyan. It's either nauna rin ang kliyente or ikaw ang naghintay sa kliyente, but never ang kliyente ang naghintay sa iyo. Okay? So that's the first step if you really wanted to get their respect. Time is one of the essential commodity for respect. Number 5, never argue with a customer. Alam mo, minsan may mga kliyente talaga na medyo makitid ang utak. I'll be honest with you. There are times that you will be confronted with a client na maiirita ka talaga. At dito masusuka talaga yung patience mo. But ito lang, I want you to get this perspective well. No? Now listen here carefully. I want you to get this perspective. Our objective, ito yung objective natin ha. Let's go back to the objective. Ang objective natin na naghahanap po tayo ng kliyente is para makabenta tayo. That's our objective. Kasi hindi ka naman naghanap ng kliyente para lang magiging friends kayo eh. Naghanap ka ng kliyente para makabenta ka. Okay. Now, remember that objective at all times. Yung objective na yan is for you to close a sale. Now, scenario number 1. If makulit si client, naiirita ka, to the point na minsan nag-a-argue na kayo kasi hindi siya conforme doon sa mga statements na sinasabi mo or hindi ka conforme doon sa mga opinion niya, then you end up arguing with the client. Now, ito yung pangyayari. If you argue with the client whether you are right, it doesn't really matter already. Yung statement po that the customer is always right, I don't believe that either. No, hindi naman totoo yan na the customer is always right. Eh. But, ito yung but. Kahit mali si customer, kahit ikaw ang tama, pero dahil nakipag-argue ka, ikaw na ngayon ang mali, siya na ngayon ang tama. Okay ha? Ulitin ko, kahit mali si customer at ikaw ang tama, dahil nakipag-argue ka, hindi na siya ang mali kung hindi ikaw na ngayon ang mali. And this is the result. Instead, na bibili siya sa iyo, he is going to avoid buying from you. Because, galit siya sa iyo eh. Di ba? Nairita na siya sa iyo eh. So in short, you lose the sale. And this is much more worse. Ipagkakalat ka niya na hindi ka magaling na ahente. Ay, alam mo, yan si Janet, inaway ako niyan. Ay, huwag kayong mag-inquire sa kanya, huwag kayong bumili sa kanya kasi aawayin din kayo. So in short, negative experiences also spread fast. Di ba? Mabilis din mag-spread ang negative information, negative experiences. So anong nangyari? Dumami na tuloy yung hindi na bibili sa iyo. Di ba? Dadami nang hindi ba bibili sa iyo, dadami nang hindi mag-i-inquire sa iyo. Bakit? Dahil sa isang kliyente na to, siya yung nagkalat na ikaw ay hindi magaling na ahente. So the best way to do that, ignore mo na lang. Hayaan mo na. Kasi maintindihan din niya eventually na mali siya at tama yung sinasabi mo. So huwag ka na lang mag-argue. Huwag ka na lang mag-argue because yung objective natin ay makuha natin yung benta. Di ba? Number 5, don't leave customers in limbo or in short, hanging. Okay? Don't leave the customers hanging. Alam nyo guys, ito yung ito yung pinaka common sa atin ng mga agent, no? Very common. We're afraid na baka mawala si kliyente na to the point na kahit mali-mali yung information natin, sinasabi na lang natin. So that's false claim. I don't want you to do that. But rather, I want you to really be firm with your client. Kung hindi mo alam, hindi mo alam. Okay? Let's make it clear. Kung hindi mo alam, hindi mo alam. But you can always make the assurance. Ma'am, sir, hindi ko masyado kabisado ito. Pero would it be okay for you? I'm going to go to the office tomorrow. I'll check with the marketing officer. Tapos itatanong ko po yung tinatanong niyo po, ma'am. And after na mag-usap ko kami, I'll get back to you. Ayun ha, I'll get back to you. Minsan, hindi na nag-get back si agent. Hindi na natin binabalikan. Ito yung sinasabi, don't leave your customers in limbo. Kasi mag-iisip si customer eh. Ano kaya yun? Babalik kaya yun si Arlene? Si Ben, babalik kaya yun? Ano kaya yung sagot doon sa tanong ko, no? Na okay kaya yun? Na-resolve kaya yun? Hindi pa naman sila tumawag. Hindi pa naman ako binalikan. O hanging. Ayaw ng kliyente ng ganun. Ayaw ng kliyente ng hanging. Kayo ba? Gusto ba ninyo hanging kayo? Hindi naman, di ba? So you just have to make that understanding. If you're not amendable about it, then definitely wag mong gawin. No? So in short, if you have committed na babalikan mo, no, if you committed na ito yung ibabalik mo sa kanya, then be committed to it. Give, no, give. Give the information na kailangan niya. Number 7. Ayan, ito yung continuation nun. Don't leave your client in a limbo. Always provide what you have promised. Ito yung sagot. Provide what you have promised. Alam nyo guys, sabi nila, promises are meant to be broken. Dito sa DPPI, hindi po yan totoo. We always get back to our client and we will fulfill our promise. We will fulfill our promises to them. Ayan, nandito si Teacher Carol, no, na joining with us on the Zoom. Si Teacher Carol, isang teacher to, isang teacher na nasa RTR. And her time is actually occupied kasi nagtuturo nasa school Nasa school. Pero I noticed na by the time na may mga commitments siya, no, may mga scheduled siya na mga meetups or whatever. She makes time and finds time to do it. In spite na fully loaded yung linggo niya dahil teacher I mean, you understand what I'm saying, no? If you're a teacher, you are actually stuck in the classroom. And in spite of that, she delivers what she committed to her clients, to the prospects, no? To the prospects, to the co-agents, she delivers what she promised. Because it is still important, my friends, no? We don't just say the word because we just want to make them feel comfortable about it or feel as is about it. No. Nag-promise tayo kasi i-deliver natin yung promise po natin. Number 8. Assume that your clients are always ready to buy. Ano yung attitude mo if ang client is ready to buy, di ba? Ang attitude natin pag ang kliyente is ready to buy, ikaw ay excited. Ganun ka, di ba? If the buyer is ready to buy, tayo, ang attitude natin is excited. Pag excited ka, anong ginagawa mo? Di ba? Sineservisyohan mo ng maayos. Ginagawa mo ang dapat mong gawin. Pine-prepare mo ang dapat mong i-prepare. Kasi excited ka. And if you are going to assume, engagement pa lang, i-assume mo na ito, bibili to yun. Kukuha to ng property sa akin, you are going to treat the client with excitement every time you're going to meet with the client. And if you are going to be excited every time you're going to meet with the client, alam mo, mararamdaman po ni kliyente po yan. Mararamdaman po niya yan. Okay? Number 9. Focus on making a client, not on sales. Ito guys, balansehin ko po to. We are not hypocrite na sasabihin natin hindi natin kailangan ng benta. Okay? We all need sales. We all need commissions. Kailangan natin yun, pambili ng gatas, pangbayad ng tuition fee ng mga anak natin at whatever. We're not hypocrite to say na hindi natin kailangan ng pera, in short. But we never use money as the motivation to serve client. We use the motivation na ito po is a mission to fulfill in making the dream property, the dream house, the dream condo na magkatotoo sa buhay ng tao na to. And if we are focused on making a client, that relationship will nourish, grow, and it will even produce more and more and more sales through referrals. Kung benta lang ang habol mo sa isang tao, after na pipirma yan sa reservation agreement, hindi ka na mag-aaksaya ng panahon na babalikan mo yan at siservisyuhan mo. Kasi after all, nandyan na ang benta, nandyan na yung incentives, at magkakakomisyon ka na. Pero hanggang dyan lang po yan talaga. Pero if you wanted your business to really grow, if you wanted to really sustain it, then you've got to begin treating people not as a sales, not just as sales, but as people, as clients. No? Number 10, make it easy for your client to buy. In short, deliver the comfort na kaya mong ibigay sa kanila on your transactions. Doon po papasok yung serbisyo. Kukuha sila ng property, siyempre magpo-process yan ng mga loans eh. So nandiyan ka, magserbisyo. Kung ikaw yung taga-pick up ng mga dokumento nila, hati doon sa developer, para making it convenient for them. Wala naman talaga tayong gagawin dito eh, sa totoo lang. Kasi hindi naman tayo ang nagpo-process ng loan. Ang developer ang nagpo-process ng loan. Sila ang nagpo-process papunta sa Pag-ibig, papunta sa bangko. Ano yung role natin? Tayo lang po yung taga-pick up ng dokumento at ihahatid sa opisina ng developer. Anong tawag doon? Messenger. Para lang po tayong messenger. Taga-pick up ng dokumento mula sa kliyente at ihahatid patungo doon sa developer. That's our role. That's how simple our role is. Tapos hindi pa natin magawa ng maayos kahit ganun kasimple yung role natin. Diba? So this is what I'm saying. Make it as comfortable as possible doon sa kliyente mo. I tell you. Pag nakita niya yan, pag na-feel niya yan, grabe. Best friend na kayo. Magiging BFF na kayo. So words to ponder. No? Ito lang, although your customers won't love if you give bad service, your competitors will. Remember guys, meron tayong kakompetensya. Hindi lang ikaw nag-iisa na ahente dito. Nandyan lang yan sila sa paligid natin. We need to be a solution provider to every client's problem. Kasi yung kliyente kasi, nung dumating siya sa iyo, meron siyang gustong mangyari doon sa gusto niya. At here comes ikaw, ang may bitbit na solusyon doon sa gusto niyang mangyari sa gusto niya. Our client is still the most important visitor sa Facebook wall natin, sa mga calls natin, sa mga chat natin. They are the most important. Without them, we don't have actually business at all. Yes, sabi nila, the people are important in the company. Yes, I believe that. But our revenue comes from the clients na siniservisyohan natin. That's where we get paid. That's where we get our commissions. And I think because in the premise na dyan tayo kukuha, nakakatanggap ng commission, I believe that we need to serve them well. No? Next is attire. So mga random thoughts lang po ito. No? I think your appearance will label you. Therefore, it is important to get the right label. Okay? Now, ito po guys. Hindi naman kasi pwedeng mag-Amerikana tayo kasi ang init naman dito sa Pilipinas. And that's the reason why we're putting up uniforms. Now look at the picture on your screen below. It is us. Actually, we're having a meeting with the team. Ang ganda tingnan pag naka-uniform po kayo. Ang ganda tingnan pag nakipag-meet po kayo sa kliyente at naka-uniform kayo. Ang ganda tingnan pag pumunta ka sa office ng developer at naka-uniform ka. Bakit? Because you come there to the office of the developer with the authority na bitbit mo yung logo ng kumpanya na ninirepresent mo. Pagkaharap mo si kliyente, hindi ka ma-label na scam kasi bitbit mo ang logo ng kumpanya na nirepresent mo. Tama po ba? It will give you the added confidence. Okay ha? It will give you the added confidence na makipag-usap sa developer, sa kliyente na naka-uniform ka. Bakit to? Because it bears the authority. It bears the authority. Kaya niya yung mga Facebook nyo, mga profile picture nyo, palitan nyo yung profile picture nyo ng DPPI official profile picture. Bakit to? Pag nakikita po yan ng mga kliyente nyo sa online, that is credibility actually. Hindi kayo mapagkamalan na scammer. Hindi kayo mapagkamalan na scammer. Kasi bit-bit mo ang logo ng kumpanya doon sa official profile picture. Di ba? Nasa online na tayo. Natural po yan na magtanong ang mga prospect natin na legit ka ba? Well, natural. Ang dami kayang scammer sa online. And if you're not going to present yourself with full authority, mapagkamalan ka talaga na scammer. Diba? So my suggestion, di naman kailangan mag-Amerikana eh. Just wear the uniform. That's more than enough already. If you want to order, just contact the head of your regions. No? And to top it all, it is all about excellent service. Alam nyo guys, picture out kung ikaw ang pupunta sa restaurant. Punta ka sa magandang restaurant, mamahalin na restaurant. Pag upo mo doon, ang gusto mong mangyari, hindi lang dapat masarap ang pagkain kung hindi maserbisyuhan ka ng maayos ng waiter ng restaurant na yan. Di ba yan ang gusto mo? Excellent service. Di ba? Lahat tayo, pag pumasok po tayo sa isang restaurant at uupo tayo, lalo na pag fine dining restaurant, we wanted to be served well by the waiters. Punta tayo ng hotel. We wanted to be served by the hoteliers. And that's exactly the same scenario na gusto ng kliyente mo by the time na nakipag-transact siya sa iyo. Ang hinahanap niya sa iyo ay hindi lang basta magserbisyo ka, kung hindi excellent na serbisyo talaga. Guys, hindi lang po serbisyo kung hindi excellent na serbisyo. Yun ang hinahanap ng kliyente ng bawat isa sa atin. Wala akong pakialam kung gaano karaming realty firm sa labas. I just want that DPPI will put a mark on every client na maserbisyuhan natin. Kumbaga, tatatak sa isipan nila at pag sinabi nila sa mga friends nila, sasabihin nila sa mga friends nila, uy, pag kumuha kayo ng property ba, maghanap kayo ng agent na DPPI ha, yung may profile picture na ganun, Maghanap kayo ng mga ganun kasi pag sila ang magserbisyo sa inyo, ay naku, maganda. Hindi kayo malagay sa alanganin. Hanapin mo yung mga taga DPPI. Na yun ang sasabihin. Di ba? Kaysa ang mangyari, oy, ay naku, huwag kayo ng mga taga DPPI, ay naku, nang iiwan sa area yan. O di ba, ang pangit? So we wanted to put our best foot forward there. So excellent dapat talaga yung nasa mind natin. Ha? Excellence dapat. So I'll close with this one. No? This is actually a short lang. Although I have a separate topic on this, ito lang in a nutshell. Ha? Nasabi ko po kahapon that everything begins with a lead. Without the leads, without prospects, we don't have business. Most of our time we spend actually in looking for leads. Doon tayo nag-invest ng resources natin sa paghanap ng leads. Now, in order for us to get the leads, we do online posting. Pumunta tayo sa Facebook, pumunta tayo sa Twitter, sa Instagram, at kung saan-saan pa. Pumunta tayo sa mga online selling platform like Lamudi, Property24, and many more. But remember, that is half of the story pa lang. But we need those platforms in order for us to get the leads. I was recommending all of you to learn Facebook advertising or Facebook ads. Now, there is an online tutorial about that provided by our friend, Mr. Coripo. That's his screen name. No? Learn. Explore. Because the reward of that is more than what you can imagine in terms of sales. Yes, it is understandable that at first we don't get it because we're learning. That's normal. That's why we're sending you the links so that you can enroll. Don't take it as an expense. Take it as an investment for you to learn more. Ganun po yan, no? Kasi kung hindi mo i-equip ang sarili mo, you will never be able to move forward. You will never be able to advance yourself. Then, attend PKS and attend training on a regular basis. And if these things are available on a daily basis, then do it daily. And if you're not available on the face-to-face na mga training and seminars, and if they are available online, join. And if you miss the online, and if there are recorded videos in YouTube, ask the link, listen to the videos. When we do online, we always record it. Why? Because we believe that we have a lot of part-timers we have here in our business. In fact, 70% of our company is actually part-timers. And that's the reason why we are recording the videos. Bakit? Because para may balikan sila. Ay, Sir Job, nahihirapan kasi akong makapagbenta kasi may trabaho ako eh. Wala akong time. Wala tayong magawa diyan. Patay tayo diyan. Pag ganun lang po ang mindset. Pero bakit nagawa ng iba? Ayan, nandito kasama natin ngayon si Maricel Sunggahid. Nagtatrabaho sa Hyundai. From morning till evening, nasa opisina yan. Pero bakit nakabenta siya? Bakit na-promote siya to supervisor? Bakit niya nagawa? Because gumamit siya ng tools, inaral niya ang tools, at in-apply niya ang tools. Ganun lang. And if you are asking yourself ngayon, kung tinatanong mo yung sarili mo, bakit hindi ako nakakabenta? Bakit wala akong benta? Siguro ang dapat itanong is ano ba ang kailangan kong matutunan para ako ay makabenta? Di ba? Kasi pre-provide na natin yung mga tools na dapat aralin eh. So ano yung kulang? yung side of the story. Yung side mo. Kasi eto na in-offer na natin. Ang gawin mo, mag-enroll ka at aralin mo. Pag nag-enroll ka at inaral mo, i-apply mo. Oh, ganun po yun. I mean, if you really wanted to make result, you cannot expect other people to do it for you. You've got to do it yourself. Success is not about what other people will do to you. Yes, they help us. Yes, they contribute to what we are going to achieve. But at the end of the day, you are only left by yourself to be able to do it and achieve what are the things that you wanted to achieve. So kung tinatanong mo sa sarili mo parati, bakit hindi ako nakabenta? At one time, may nag-chat sa akin, nagtanong, Sir Joe, bakit tagal ko na, hindi pa ako nakabenta? Alam mo ano yung sinabi ko? Nag-spend time ka ba na aralin ang mga tools? Hindi, Sir Joe, wala akong time. Doon pa lang, sabi ko, wala tayong magawa dyan. Because right from the start, I already made it clear that the ball game today is already online. And whether you like it or not, most of us are actually in the Facebook. And whether you like it or not, you've got to learn how to do it. You've got to enroll to the Facebook ads na tutorial so that you will learn more. Ganun lang po yun, guys. Itong mga online selling platform, Lamudi, Property 24, I also posted in the Facebook groups yung point person na pwede niyong tawagan para ma-avail ang mga services na yan. With Property 24, Carousel, you know the person already. So you just got to do your side of the story. Learn to do it. Eventually, you're going to get the result. Eventually, you're going to get the result. So that's it for now, no? It's 3 minutes before 9 and just in time for my trip. Anyway, I'll put it down. Okay. Ito lang guys, no? I'll close it. I'll close it here. There are a lot of things na probably you have in mind na gusto mong gawin in order for you to be able to really succeed in the business. But to be honest with you, it's just really simple. You just begin by attending your PKS, joining the site tour, and start learning your Facebook ads. Now, minsan kasi ang problema natin is ito. We always view investment on ourselves as expenses. Ganon kasi ang paningin natin always. When we tell you na you enroll to this one, ang unang papasok sa isipan agad-agad is wala akong pera, expenses lang yan. Well, if that would be the mentality, I'm sorry to say, but talo na po tayo dyan. Remember, what you do to yourself, the upgrade na gagawin mo sa sarili mo, is an investment to the business na meron ka. And if you wanted to produce more in your business, you've got to put into this person, itong tao na to, dapat alagaan mo, pakainin mo, in short, lagyan mo ng tamang lakas para ito talaga ang kakayod. So in order for you to be able to do the things that you need to do, invest on yourself. If you think that I am not investing on myself, no, I am investing so much on myself. In fact, just today, I enrolled to a class ni Chinkitan na ngayong October 15, nagbayad ako 900 pesos. Nag-enroll ako kanina. Nag-enroll ako. Sabi ko 900 pesos. Pero ang ganda ng topic. Eto Chinkitan to May matutunan ako nito. Ba't ako nag-enroll? Ba't ako nagbayad ng 900 pesos? Kasi kailangan kong matuto para kailangan kong i-advance ang negosyo natin. Kung hindi ako mag-equip sa sarili ko, hindi rin lalaki ang negosyo natin. Ganon din po sa inyo. Kung hindi po kayo mag-upgrade sa mga bagay-bagay na dapat ninyong matutunan sa negosyo na to, hindi rin po aabante ang negosyo mo. Kung gusto mong umabante ang negosyo mo, kung gusto mong kumita ng malaki dito sa negosyo natin, well, upgrade yourself. I suggest start learning Facebook ads. There is a link for that. It's actually posted in all FB groups. Mag-enroll kayo, yung Mr. Kuripot program, anyway that is done online. You will learn a lot. You will really learn a lot. If you start doing it, I tell you. But again, pag nag-enroll kayo, i-apply nyo naman. Yung learning na nakukuha nyo, i-apply nyo. Hindi naman po pwedeng attend lang ng attend. Hindi naman po pwedeng listen lang ng listen. There is a point na you listen, you learn, and you apply as well. Importante po yun. Okay? So thank you very much for your time. It's 9 o'clock and I get to have myself fixed muna. Then I'll be slowly going down to Cagayan de Oro. Again, if you have friends that wanted to join for tomorrow's seminar, we are just in McDonald's Lemkitkay Mall, just right across Starbucks. We will be there at exactly 2 p.m. Hopefully, your invitee will come much earlier. Better tell them to come earlier, no? Para they will be able to catch up all of the discussion. Okay? So thank you very much and God bless you all. I'll send off the copy of the video after. Bye-bye.